Hey everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free video. One thing I just wanted to point out before I get started here is that I've been doing this a long time. I've never seen this before. Of course, Bitcoin, hasn't really been considered. 20 years ago, obviously, it didn't exist, so that's new to the party. First thing is, I've never seen Bitcoin, the dollar, and gold all rally strongly on the day together. It's two of them are doing one thing and one's doing the other. And of course silver. Bonds, huge move in bonds. Crude oil, I mean, dear Lord, huge move there. Limit up in wheat. Grains exploding here. And then the indexes were only down 1%. Like, my question is, why weren't the indexes limit down today with all of this, obviously like panic buying of commodities, panic flight to quality into bonds and gold and silver and to an extent Bitcoin. And so why were the markets only down, 1.5%, give or take? That's a big question. So a big part of this is just where are the lines in the sand right here? And as I talked about, I did this as a webinar last week. Kind of the zones. This is H2 and H1, and then you got L1 and L2, and the idea here is that if you push below, in this case L2, you want to have stats that we only close below that 5% of the time, so the odds that you're going to rally back up into this makes sense. And same thing here. Early this week we were strong, and overnight we hit 43.95 on the S&Ps. But H2, you're only going to close above that 10% of the time. So it did get rejected, but then notice that 4,300 here is just, man, it got tested all day today and held. There's just a ton of puts there. And you would think that, okay, well, if there's a bunch of people buying puts here, doesn't that mean the market's going to fall? And it's just like, think of it when, the market was at its highs in like November and everybody's long. If everybody's long, are we going to go higher? Well, no, because there's no one else left to buy. And think of it this way, like everybody's short. And if everybody's short and there's no one else left to short more, you kind of start grinding higher. It's like a reverse gamma squeeze, so to speak. So keep that in mind. I mean, that's a lot of what's happening here too. One stock I like here on the long side is Tesla. It's showing some pretty good relative strength. We got a beautiful 30-minute squeeze. You can see this morning that it did test L2 or H2. It got rejected. I think we can actually test it again, possibly push through it, ding 900, and then we'll fall back in by the end of the week. I like that as a trade. And then, believe it or not, and on the long side here, DWAC is pretty solid. Now, DWAC doesn't have the levels yet. It hasn't been around enough. But if we're looking at this from a 1272 extension, we got 104 there. And then, so those are kind of the main things that I'm looking at there. All right, so what are these levels? These are levels so I'm an investor in a company that trades exclusively by AI off a $14 million computer, and this is what I got them from. So I will talk about what those are, and this will be a free webinar on Wednesday, March 2nd at 7 o'clock Central. If you're interested, just put in your name and your email address, and you'll get the registration information and all that. And I had one big trade this year I've done against these levels. That was on the SPX. That was a nice one. But really, with all the volatility here, it's been more like, well, let's go flat and then set it up the next day. So a little bit more day trading, and then as things calm down, kind of get a little bit more into swing trading. But I found them just to be essentially, before these levels, I was taking trades that weren't working and I was getting frustrated. And then with this, it all clicked. It's like, oh my gosh, you're never going to buy something into L2 because that's where the machines are going to start selling it. Got it. Okay, that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'll be doing this webinar, simplertrading.com/level. We'll take you to this page and you can register. All right. Should be fun. You guys have a good one, and gals. And I'll see you at the next update. Hey, John here with Simpler Trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, comment down below and let us know what topic you want to see us cover next. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you can get notified when we release new videos. And if you want to watch us trade in real time using our own money, go to simplertrading.com and learn how to sign up. Good trading, and we'll see you next time.